From the Eagles Nest on the campus of West Carroll High School in nearby Atwood, Tennessee. Good afternoon, everybody. Diamond Dave McCulley along with Stan Gerard, Jay Cash, and our producer and director. Later tonight, Bradley White will be working the camera. Michael Mancini's along for the ride tonight as well. A really nice afternoon. It's pretty humid and hot throughout the day, but the humidity has died down a little bit. We'll check the temperature for you here at kickoff in a few minutes. But Stan Gerard, great to be back with you and great to be back with our Lions. Trying to bounce back from a tough loss last week and woulda, coulda, shoulda. Taking nothing away from USJ. They pulled it out there at the very end with that late touchdown with just a handful of seconds left. But Lions had them on the ropes but let them off. But it's a new night, and 1-2 against West Carroll tonight. West Carroll, the War Eagles, coming in at 1-2 as well. We appreciate the hospitality of all the fine folks here at West Carroll. We'll mention all those folks here in just a matter of moments. But good to be back with you and Jay. And really turned out to be a really nice night for football here at West Carroll.
It is absolutely a gorgeous night for high school football. Not a cloud in the sky. Very light breeze. And Diamond Dave, you make your actual return to West Carroll. We were here in, you were here, supposed to be here in 2006 on August 25th. TCA won 35-8. The last time TCA played West Carroll. You were recovering from open heart surgery, and so you had a substitute in that night, but your first time to ever see the West Carroll War Eagles. And actually, that was back in your first season.
2006, been quite a while ago, about 19 years ago. Of course, I was here helping Jonathan Cowan and Adam and Don and the gang. I was here helping them out a few years ago with an all-star game. Tonight, both teams, as we said, coming in at 1-2. TCA's in his 31st year of varsity football. Overall record of 164-178. Tonight's the 343rd game in program history. West Carroll in his 40th year playing varsity football. 181-249. Tonight is the 431st game in their history. So a lot of football has been played by both of these schools, and tonight it's a new night. We'll see if the Lions can bounce back, and for that matter, see if West Carroll can bounce back. They lost to Fedware and to Dresden. Meanwhile, the Lions coming off a loss to Memphis Business Academy and USJ. But tonight, 8th meeting all time, and you've got the history in the series, Stan.
Yeah, West Carroll leads the overall series 4-3, with TCA winning the last game between these two teams by a score of 35-8. And you look at Darren Bowling in his 34th year as a head coach, 524 and 124. He's in his third year at TCA, 18-10. Jay Taylor's in his first year at West Carroll. He was the longtime offensive coordinator at Trenton Peabody for the last 10 years, and he is in his first year at West Carroll, and they are 1-2 on the season. Next week, we will come to you on Thursday night next week, when Dave and I will be at Harding Academy, and next week, West Carroll will be at the Bolt. They travel to Humboldt to play the Vikings, who got their first win last week.
Congratulations to them. That works out well for me on a Thursday night, because Friday night, I was trying to think the other day, I thought, oh, my goodness, Friday night, then I had the first home college game next Saturday, so we're glad that's on a Thursday night. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game being brought to you in part by Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation. Went by that complex just the other day on 412. Really nice-looking building. Travis Vance with Farm Bureau. Jeremy Rasnick with Tennessee Drone Services. If you'd like to be a part of our broadcast, whether it be football, basketball, or anything that we might do throughout this year with TCA, contact sportsads at mytcalines.com. If you'd like to advertise, we'd love to have you as one of our sponsors, and I think you'd enjoy it, and we would certainly appreciate it as well. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. Countdown to kickoff will continue. Stan will go over some scores from last night, look at some games being played around West Tennessee tonight. And let me thank again Jonathan Cowan, Don Reed, Ralph Cobb. He's going to be working the clock here tonight. He knows my brother, so I'll have to dot my I's and cross my T's tonight. But Noah Rogers, PA guy here, and a longtime friend of mine, Adam Welch, who is a former SID assistant for me up at Bethel. So we're among family here tonight, and good to have Jay back with us as always. And he's going to be our producer and director. Bradley's going to be working the camera, as we said, and Michael Mancini, he's here just as a backup if we need him as well. This is TCA Football. We're back from West Carroll right after this. Stay with us.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
Don Reed is one of the announcers for the West Carroll War Eagle Network. Don's down to my right. He'll be happy to know he's a fellow Yankee fan. So Mr. Judge just went deep 1-0 over the Red Sox second inning. So Judge, what's really special about that is he becomes the 4th all-time leading home run hitter in Yankee history, surpassing Joe Dean. Stan, you got games around the area tonight.
Had a couple of games last night. Haywood dominated Lake Prep, and Humboldt got their first win of the year. They pitched a shutout against Middleton, 43-0. Tonight's action first in our region, and day before I was 20 out of 25 in my picks last week.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, you're as good
20
as
20 out of 25.
Well, they need a replacement.
Stan the Greek.
Yeah, they need a replacement on Saturday mornings on ESPN with Corso gone. We could call you Stan Corso.
Yeah. USJ is at Fayette Academy. USJ is going to be the heavy favorite in that ball game. St. George's comes to Jackson. They take on JCS. You got to favor JCS in that ball game. Here's kind of a pick'em game. FACS is at TRA. I like TRA in that ball game. Tupelo Christian is at Harding Academy. I know nothing about Tupelo Christian, so I'm going to go with the home team, the Lions of Harding Academy.
Who we'll face next week.
Who will face next Thursday night. Gibson County is at Liberty. Liberty will go to 4-0 on the season. Here's a really interesting game. Peabody at JCM. It's got region implications, and with JCM losing their first couple of ball games, they're kind of on the ropes. I like JCM at home in that game.
That game marks a lot of athletes on that field, too.
Lexington is at Northside. Got to go with the Indians in that one. South Gibson at Southside. You go with South Gibson in that game. Adamsville at Riverside. The Dirty Birds versus the River Rats. Go with the Ville. Go with the Ville in that ball game. Ripley is at Bolivar. You can't bet against the Tigers in that game.
I can see the Chamber of Commerce of both cities calling us. Jay Casham's the guy you need to contact.
They call themselves the Dirty Birds.
Well,
Covington
I'm not sure about the other nickname, though.
Covington, they call themselves down there, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Covington is at Brighton. Covington wins that ball game. Camden at Wavo. Camden with the win. Hardin County's had a tough start to their season there at Chester County. Go with the Tigers from Hardin County in this one. Dyer County is at Crockett County. Dyer County off to a good start. Crockett County gets the win in that ball game. Dresden looking for their second win in a row. They beat West Carroll last week 35-0. They're going to Tatertown to take on Gleason. Dyersburg is at McNair. That's a win for D-Burg. Fayette Ware at Millington. I'm going to go with Millington in that ball game. South Fulton at Greenfield. That's a South Fulton victory. Huntington at Halls. Halls has played very well this year, but Huntington's a little ill from their beatdown against Milan last week.
Taking nothing away from Milan, but my inside the program sources tell me Huntington was really banged up last week.
How deep are your sources inside the program?
They're pretty deep.
As deep as mine?
I talk to them every day.
Ah.
Yeah.
McKenzie is at Perry County. They're on their victory tour. They get the win.
Thank you, Derek Hubble. Go ahead.
Munford at Woodford, Kentucky. Munford gets the win there. Westview at OBC, it's going to be Westview. Laredo at Scotts Hill, got to go with Laredo in that game. Scotts Hill's really struggling this year. They do not need to be in 3A football. UC is at Crittenden County, Kentucky. UC gets the win there. And a rare Saturday afternoon game, Chattanooga Prep is at Milan. Go with the Purple Puppies in that one.
I think so too. Are they playing that game on a Saturday because of the distance? Are they having travel?
I don't know. Well, I really don't know. But
It's going to be a hot
I
tomorrow
don't.
afternoon at 2
Yeah, it's
o'clock.
gonna be. I don't think Chattanooga can get here in time, or something like that. That's why it's on.
Okay.
I think it's been moved. There are 25 games in the schedule this week. I'm going with 15 road winners and 10 home winners.
Last week
again.
you were pretty well split down the line.
I was
Sure
pretty
were.
much split.
Let's take a 2-minute break. When we come back, Stan had a chance to talk to Coach Darren Bowling, and you'll hear that interview. Darren, of course, in his 34th year as head coach, 254-124. Third year at TCA, he's 16-10, looking for number 17 tonight. And a favorite here at West Carroll, but taking nothing away from the War Eagles. You got to play it out on the field. We'll talk to or hear from Darren Bowling as Stan had a chance to talk to him earlier this week. We're back with more right after this on the TCA Football Network.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
I'm speaking with head coach of the TCA Lions, Darren Bowling. Coach, dadgummit, son, we let one slip from our hands last week.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough loss for the players. Man, you hate to see guys, 16, 17, 18-year-old guys out on the field just pouring their heart and soul into a game like that, and think you got a chance, and then it just kind of be stripped from you in the last seconds of the game, and it's tough. It's a tough loss, and but you got to give all the credit to USJ and our guys for what a game we gave the fans, and the student bodies from both schools.
I think we should make them come back and pay another admission for that game.
Yeah, it was a big, exciting game. It's a what I call big game mentality. And you got to have that. And the only way to get that and to learn how to play in those games is to play in them. And to be in them is, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. Playing in a big game is one thing, but being in the big game is when your mind has to really, really think about every single thing you do as a coach, as a player, as everything. Just being in a big game, and getting blown out, that's not really that big, that's not really going to help you get better.
That's no fun.
But when you're in the big game, now I feel like we can, there's things we can work on to get better and better. And so, this has been a pretty brutal start to the season, and I, planned NBA to come in here and be a really, really top-notch Memphis school to get us prepared. And Dresden was a physical team, and then, USJ coming up, when they came in. And so they're very consistent, do things right team. And so we've seen a little bit of everything in the past 3 weeks. and we've been in those games, and that's where it starts in trying to grow and progress in this game. And I think these guys grew up a lot last Friday night.
Well, I liked how we, and you said it, and I emphasized this during the broadcast, but I wanted this just to be in a position in the fourth quarter where we had a chance to win the game. And we kept and not only did we just do it in the fourth, we kept ourselves in position to win this game from the first quarter on. We didn't let them run out to a big lead or anything like that. We kept it tight and kept ourselves in position for the entire, for the first 47 minutes of it. We kept ourselves in 47 minutes and 50 seconds. We kept ourselves in the ball game, and and we're in a position to win, and we just need that last little push. Reminds me a little bit of another game you and I have talked about, the Nashville Christian game from a couple of years ago, where we just needed 2 more inches, and that was all we needed.
And that's what I'm saying. A couple of years ago, we were in that game, but that if that's the only big game that you're actually in, you don't learn how to win the big game. You were in it and you lost it. Us being in this game week 3 and losing it is going to help us learn from it and get better from it. We didn't have that chance at Nashville Christian to learn from it and get better at, hey, how do we get this thing over the top now? How do we go ahead and finish it and win this thing? And so because we had to walk off the field, and turn in our stuff after that one. And so I'm glad it happened early, so we can use it as a learning tool. God works in mysterious ways, and He's got a plan. He's got a plan for this team that you and I don't know about, and He's the only one that knows about it. But I do know that, we played a really good team, and we played with them, and we were in the game, and now we just have to be able to finish it.
2 players I want to talk about for their individual efforts. Gabe Lee had another massive game catching the football on Friday.
Oh, Gabe is, he's
Governor.
Yes, Gabe's a special athlete, and he's been, started 4 years, I guess. He's one of those guys who, when I came in my first year, I tried to almost run him off the field, because he was small and he was this and he was that, and everybody like, Coach, he's probably going to be the starting free safety. I said, there's no way, and at practice, I'd take him off, put somebody else in. I'd look back out there, and Gabe would be back out there again. I'm like, who keeps putting Gabe on the field? I said, Coach, he keeps putting himself out there. So the tenacity has paid off.
That's the X factor you look for in a player.
Right. No, exactly. That's the kind of guy who, and people don't realize it because Hank's kind of the guy on the defense that calls the defense for us and stuff like that. But Gabe has got a bigger role to play in just getting the secondary where it needs to be, and that's a lot of people and a lot of moving parts there that we've got to get right. And so the smarter Gabe is, the better we are.
And he is so good on the run.
He's gotten so good at that in the secondary, but his route running is good, his ball skills are good, and like you said, he's one of the best in the state at coming down, filling alleys and getting tackles.
He's number 8 in the state in overall tackles as of yesterday. He's number 8 in the state. Yeah. And Hank's number 1, by the way, if you didn't see my post.
Right, and then you got Hank that, he's a workhorse. He's a workhorse, and he shows up to work and goes to work, and he's got a motor. Hank's one of those kids that's got a motor that when he cranks it up, he's all out. He's 100%, 110%, and I think, and that's on both sides of the ball. So when he gets in a little better shape, I think the 2 weeks off right after camp when he kind of tweaked his knee a little bit, put him behind the 8 ball as far as playing both ways. But I've wanted him to play through it so he could get used to it, because that's where you get in shape, you get in game shape,
Well, I think that guy that we were watching a little film earlier this afternoon, you and I, And I think when we saw that one play where Hank made the defender eat his straight arm and put him straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Shows the motivation.
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's got a motor, and
He didn't go there again. That guy didn't come that way again.
Right. And then Owen, what a night he had. I mean, Owen does a great job, and he's just he does a good job putting the ball where it needs to be, putting us in the right position, the right formations, the right stuff, and then he takes. He's one of those guys that's dangerous. I mean, if you rush him, he takes off, and if you drop too many, he takes off, and if you spread out, then they're gonna run the football with Hank. You got Hank, and so it makes it a nightmare for the defense having a mobile quarterback back there like Owen. He's very, very intelligent. I don't know what you've heard about him, but he's very intelligent, especially when it comes to athletics. And so he's a key to getting things done for us there. But none of that happens without your offensive line, and defensive line on both sides of the football playing well. And I thought Friday night we did an excellent job inside, controlling their run. And on offense, us being able to move the football, and pass protection and stuff like that. And so those guys up front do an excellent job for us as well.
Looking at tonight's ball game against West Carroll, the team they played Dresden. We played Dresden. They had a young man, a running back, who went off for about 300 yards in their first game of the year. So what they may lack in overall wins, they got somebody can get the job. When given the opportunity, can get the job done. So you got to be very careful of that young man there in the backfield for him.
Yes, and they're big. They're big and physical. Again, going back to, we've scrimmaged them in Dresden, a three-way scrimmage for the past 2 years, me being here. And this year we decided we just play each other. So we played Dresden early, and we're playing West Carroll this week. But they've always been very physical in our scrimmages and huge up front. And they do have some backs that are athletic and can, run hard. They run hard, and so that's it's more of a single wing style of offense. Snap it back there and here we go. And Dresden does a lot of that as well. It's a tough scheme, and from a defensive standpoint, you better be ready for some smash mouth football.
And their coach, who's the OC of the Peabody for 10 years. Knows something about getting things done as well.
Right. He does a good job, and like I said, this is his first year, but give him time and give him a chance to get his system in and stuff like that. And I think he's already implemented a lot and getting a lot of things going. And so this is definitely not something to overlook this week.
Coach, keys to victory tonight against West Carroll.
Number one, I think we got to be ready for smash mouth football. We got to take care of it in the trenches with these guys, not making mistakes again, big mistakes, turnovers, stuff like that, and just play the game like we know how.
Coach, the train starts running downhill right now. Let's go get them.
Let's do it. Thanks.
That's the head coach of the TCA Lions, Darren Bowling. You're watching the Countdown to Kickoff pregame show. We're back after this.
The captain's meeting at midfield. Great interview by Stan Gerard along with the head coach, Darren Bowling. West Carroll, as you see on your screen, will wear that very familiar maroon with the gray. And TCA wearing the road whites tonight with the purple breeches. The captain's out there for the Lions, Reed, along with Sawyer Lee. Lee celebrating a birthday today. He and Gabe, birthday guys. Meanwhile, it's Ethan Kaufman and Kendall Boyle the captains for TCA. TCA's won the toss. They've elected to receive, and they'll be moving toward the north. I think I do have these directions right, north and south here at West Carroll.
That is correct.
The captains for the War Eagles were, give them their due, Mealer, Kelly, Cicini, and the other captain was, I'll get that right here in a minute, Weatherford. That was the captains for West Carroll, so we'll get that all together. Again, I appreciate the accommodations, Jonathan Cowan and all the gang here at West Carroll. Great press box here. We're sitting right here. Jay's to my right. Michael's behind us. And we have a very special surprise for Stan here in a few minutes. We'll get that to him here in a few minutes.
Hey, Dave, let's take a look at the key West Carroll players that you're going to hear a lot of from tonight. Number one's going to be their tailback, number 2, Mason Taylor, 441 yards rushing, and he's also 1 of 7 passing the ball as well.
I might add, the brother of my assistant, Shante Emerson, up at Bethel University.
Chance Weatherford, number 20, has 68 yards rushing on the season. Parker Newman has 56 yards rushing on the season. Number 0, Quamarian Patterson with 24 yards rushing, and Spencer Long with 6. Amazingly, Dave, they've only thrown and completed 1 pass on the year. That was to Joseph Brogdon, who got caught 19 yards overall. West Carroll's rushed for 575 yards, passed for 19. They've got 594 overall yards, while their opponents have 617 yards rushing and 374 for the air for 991 total yards of offense.
The Eagles nest, and it's football time, they say, here at the nest. As the War Eagles coaching staff was down there a moment ago, they were saying, hey, guys, come on out here. And they come through that. I love that big maroon helmet down there, Stan. And here come the War
That's
Eagles.
the biggest ones we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a huge one. Yeah, it looks nice. I love that. Meanwhile, the Lions coming out a moment ago, and is very familiar. One of the cheerleaders brought the Lion flag out, and it was, of course, behind him, or behind her, I should say. It was Hank Miller bringing out the USA flag. Good crowd across the way, not a gigantic crowd. I'm sure we have a lot of folks watching tonight. And good to be with you. And Stan, the Lions will get their paws on it first here.
And, of course, they're going to be led by number 22, Hank Miller, 44 rushes for 220 yards on the year. Owen Atwood, 43 rushes for 246 yards on the year. So our quarterback and running back have combined for almost 500 yards by themselves on the season. Also 4 touchdowns between the two running the ball. Receiving the ball, Gabe Lee leads us with 11 catches for 217 yards, averaging 19.7 reception and 72 yards a game. He's got 5 TDs. And Lake Helton, 8 receptions for 185. He's averaging 23.1, and he's averaging 61 a game. And he's got 2 touchdowns on the season. You have TCA wearing their white uniforms with purple and black numbers, the purple breeches and the black helmets. You have the War Eagles of West Carroll wearing their very Hardin County-like maroon uniforms. Hardin County is set to kick off. And with the call of the game, I'm going to do this and give you a little extra time this for a change. And with the call of the game, here's the voice of sports in West Tennessee. He's Diamond Dave McCulley.
Thank you very much, Stan the man. Mason Taylor, all-purpose athlete, will be the kicker. Owen Atwood was a deep guy, and he'll get it at about the 12, 13-yard line. He's far side right, makes his move over there. He's to the 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield, and he's finally out of bounds across the way in front of the TCA bench. Near midfield, let's give him into War Eagle territory, Stan. A great return.
About 40 yards on the return.
40 yards on the return, and he's out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it at about the 49-yard line of the War Eagles. Great way for TCA to start this game.
That's how you want to start a ball game. Get out, get on them early, make them defend their home territory early. You can't get much better shape than starting at their 49-yard line.
We didn't mention that Daniel is our spotter tonight. We actually have earplugs in our ears to help us do the play-by-play tonight. Yeah, we're very professional. Appreciate Jonathan and gang doing that.
So me hearing the voices in my head is really happening tonight.
Atwood had, well, that's a good point. Atwood has Miller in the pistol behind him. 3 wideouts here to the near side. TCA crowd across the way, settling in to watch this one, eating the popcorn, enjoying the sodas and the hot dogs. Atwood drops back. Atwood's going to throw out here in the flat. It is caught, and caught by Miller. Miller to the 45-yard line to about the 42. And the tackle is made by Miller and also Newman.
7 yards in the reception for Hammer and Hank. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Daniel knows what he's doing with that spotting, doesn't he? He does a great
sounds
job
good.
with that. So it's a pickup of 7. Second down and 3 is Stantolia. Hash mark left. Miller in the pistol behind again. Atwood, who had a great game last week running the ball and throwing it. 3 wideouts this time to the far side of the field, the wide side of the field.
Yeah, on that last play, we just dumped off to the safety back.
Atwood's going to keep it. He's going to run to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Great move as he gets inside the 25, and he's tackled there by Newman.
For the TCA Lions, their first of the ball game. Blackjack on the pickup,
Yeah,
Dave.
so from the 49-yard line, they're all the way down now inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Great start, the kickoff return, and 2 running plays, and the Lions are in business. In the slot here near side is Reed Williams, who's wearing number 20 tonight.
Make that 18 yards.
If you see some different numbers, we had number changes right near the beginning of the game. Here's a pass out there, and it's caught by Cam Harden.
Oh.
Harden is hit, and then it is tackled by Mason Taylor, who spun him to the turf.
5 yards in the pickup for TCA by Harden, and it's going to be second at short 5.
You told me, Stan, before the season started that Harden was an all-purpose athlete. And
Yeah.
the coaching staff really high on him, and he's proved that, and only a freshman.
And you saw they basically took him to Suplex City making that tackle,
Yep.
and he held on to the ball.
Speaking of a wrestling term, we pray for Jerry Lawler tonight. We understand he had a medical
Had another stroke.
today down in Florida. Atwood with a second down and 5 at the 19-yard line. 2 wide outs far side. I think West Carroll's called the timeout.
No,
there's a flag.
Ragan jumped.
So the defensive
Number
end on this
35.
side, that's going to be Nigel Butler, who jumped across, and that's going to give TCA, I think, the first down. Let's see if it's right at it. Could be maybe a foot short. Let's wait and see. It is about a foot short, so it's going to be second down now.
About 1.
And 1.
No, they're going to say got it.
Now they're going to move it. Yep, so it's going to be first down now at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Get a first down without scoring. In motion, they put Helton there. Here's Miller. It's Miller time inside the 10, inside the 5. Miller coast in and stands up, scoring, and just like that, at the 10:43 mark, it is TCA leading 6-0 and stand a 49-yard drive, capped off, or set up, I should say. The 49-yard drive capped off a nice kickoff return by Atwood, so the Lions run the board, leading 6-0.
14 yards on the run by Miller. 4 plays, 49 yards on the drive for the Lions.
And not being demeaning to West Carroll made it look pretty easy, didn't they?
Really did.
Here is Ty Carlson in to kick it, and that kick splits the uprights, and it's good. And just like that, TCA leads the game 7-0. We'll take a 30-second break. We're back with the Lions on defense. Stay with us on the TCA Football Network.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
And welcome back to the War Eagle Stadium on the campus of West Carroll High School alongside the two-time Hall of Famer, Diamond Dave McCulley. I'm Stan Gerard. TCA with the 4-play, 49-yard drive to start things off. They lead 7-0, and they're ready to kick the ball off.
Taylor and Patterson back to receive the kick from Carlson.
Taylor's going to be a speedy guy.
He's really a great
Only a
athlete.
sophomore.
He's really a great athlete. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, started off last year
Came with
real
over,
big.
what did you tell me, 400 yards plus?
300 some odd in the first game, but he had a big season going last year before he suffered a
Got
knee
hurt,
injury
yeah.
2/3 of the way through the year. But he's back and had 300 plus yards against Gibson County.
West Carroll was having a really good year, too.
Yeah.
Carlson to kick it off, and here's the kick. 7-0 early, TCA at 10:43. Didn't take long. Patterson will pick it around about the 5. That's actually going to be coming this way. Patterson dodges a couple of would-be tacklers. He's still loose. And across the 30, a nice return by Patterson all the way up to about the 32-yard line.
23 yards on the return for West Carroll.
Miller on the stop.
And tell you what, that old boy lowered his head and brought the wood on that one a little
Boy,
bit.
showed some good footwork, too,
Yeah.
didn't he?
And, you know, the willingness to hit hard. Remember, Coach talked about that in the pregame show. They're big, and they'll hit you hard.
I can see you doing some steps like that in Dancing with the Stars.
That's negative.
At the 33-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10, War Eagles.
I'm not even in Fred Flintstone category.
Parker Newman, the quarterback. One receiver here the near side. Hands it off. That's going to be Taylor. Taylor, not much.
Taylor's going to pick up 2 yards of play. The little general.
Sawyer celebrating. I think it's number 18 today, I believe. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. We remember when those guys were behind us at basketball.
And playing with little toys in a basket they would bring.
They'd get mad at us when we brought that up. 2nd down and 9.
Sawyer always frightened me a little bit.
Really nice.
He's a great cross-country runner and good tennis player, too.
Far side left is Patterson, receiver to the near side as well. They got the up back to the left now of Newman. And he play fakes it and keeps it and didn't get anything.
He's going to lose about a yard on the play.
Push back there on the stop. 55 there, and that's going to be Goodwin. Reynolds had a really good year, and also on the stop that Joe Cole had a little bit of piece of that as well. So it's going to be 3rd down now and 9, no gain at all. That defensive front. You look out there, you see Sam Davis. Sam was injured that first game, but it's good to see him out there. Also Goodwin, we mentioned a moment ago. Big Boy will be on that front line.
Now you notice West Carroll's sending one guy out in a pattern, but as they've only completed one pass on the season, they're pretty much going to be keeping it between the tackles.
Yeah, wideouts each way as you see on your screen.
You can see how tight we're playing.
Newman drops. Newman wants to throw. Newman's going to throw, and he's going to intend that pass downfield to Taylor, and not there, and defended very well by Atwood.
Gabe Lee with the E coverage in that play. Nice idea by West Carroll, though, trying to catch a sleeping TCA with 10 men within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they thought they'd try and get one by us there. But TCA, like I said, Gabe Lee, great defense there for the birthday boy.
Nice start by the offense, and now the defense does just what they need to do, hold them.
And who we have back for
Back
TCA?
to kick it is Newman. That's going to be Atwood, I think, isn't it? Oh, no, it's Gabe Lee.
The general.
So
Remember, he
three's
started
going
the
to
game.
kick it, 2-3.
Had that great interception return to start the game last week.
So the Lions defense, 3 up and 3 down. And the kids from Atwood having to punt it here very quick. Low snap, bobbles, picks it up and gets it up and out of there. And nice roll by West Carroll. That goes all the way down to the 36-yard line. The guy fell on it. I'm not sure he wanted to do that at that point. May have got about 10 more yards. Now he knows that he shouldn't have done that.
He definitely at least 5, maybe 10 more yards he had gotten out of that. But you can't fault a kid for hustling. And,
oh, no.
And the instinct is, Dave, when you see a ball on the ground,
you go
jump on it like it's a grenade.
Well, that's exactly right. I'm not sure if you want to jump on it like a grenade, maybe jump on it like a dollar bill down there or something. Travis Vance, one of our sponsors tonight.
You guys are rotten.
Among many. Did you see the picture?
I've seen the picture.
Okay, good.
I'm just waiting for everybody else to see it.
Travis, we're not going to do that.
Yes, we are.
Wide outs each way, 2 here to the near side. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Hand it off to Miller. Miller
big run.
darts his way, bulldozes his way up to about the 35, make it 43-yard line.
Hammer and Hank with 5 yards in the play. 2 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown.
So it's going to be 2nd down and a long 4, short 5. Now it's really 5. It's 2nd down and 5. Picks
This
up 5.
guy's good.
Daniel's great.
Oh, penalty on the play.
Well, Lions get a penalty. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
So wipe that penalty.
Had to be
wipe
holding.
that run off
That's
the
got to be
board.
holding there. He's still walking. He's going to walk to the new highway out there.
Which we came in and used.
Inside the 30. Yeah, I always going to Bethel. I always cut in and come through Atwood, but that'd be nice when they get that circle around there.
If they can ever get to where they bypass the swamp, which I know it's in the.
I don't think that's going to happen. 28-yard
Not in our
line.
lifetime.
No, the conservationists will not let, I think, that happen. They put a man in motion this time, and that's going to be keeping it Atwood on the pitch back to Helton. Helton moves around the corner, 35-40. It's up to the 45-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. A nice decision by Atwood, and then Helton got it.
17 yards for Helton on the reception, on the run.
By the way, if you're watching tonight, so that's not Helton. He's wearing a different number tonight. Well, no, that's not Helton. Helton's wearing 21. That's 80, excuse me. That's Reed who caught it that time. So we've had several changes of numbers.
Reed Williamson?
Yep. So I apologize. Atwood drops. Atwood throws. It goes for the home run. Downfield, it is caught. And caught inside. Going to be caught. That's Gabe Lee. The birthday guy. Gabe Lee caught it.
That
Boy, he
ball
went
was
high to get. Gabe has really turned out to be a tremendous receiver and a great defensive back as well. Look at this catch, folks. High up there with a guy. That's not really bad coverage, to be honest with you. He just went up and made a play and a nice throw by Atwood.
25 yards or so on the reception.
So the clock running. We approach the 8-minute mark. TCA marching again. They lead the game 7-0. They have it now at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Atwood drops. Atwood's going to run that thing. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got it wide open. He's to the 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10, down to the 5. Did he get in? Let's wait and see. He is
in the end zone.
In the end zone. Touchdown, 25-yard run.
And watch this replay again. You're going to see one of the blockers come back to pick up the lone defender that had a chance. Looking for the block there, and boom, got in the way there and made the block that opened it wide up for the score for TCA.
I think that was a design play, Stan. If it's open, you run it. Boy, he played great, so great last week running the ball. So Atwood from 25 yards out.
And really one of the most dangerous in West Tennessee, not only with his arm, but with his feet. That makes him a double threat.
No doubt about it. Snap back, ball down, kick up. It's good. And it's a 14-0 game. Lions off and roaring here early in Atwood. Stay with us, a 30-second break.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson. Y'all teased me a little
You
bit.
understand, when I got married, I don't know if my late lovely wife Peggy didn't like it, but I had a Fu Manchu.
I've seen some of your pictures of when you were younger. We're going to have a talk about those.
Some people look good with mustaches, some don't.
We're going to have a talk about those plaid pants you used to wear.
I love those pants. I remember the plaid. I had my plaid pants on when I met Dale Murphy.
God, those were hideous. It looked like something John Daly would wear.
I had a Sports Corner T-shirt on too. Remember Sports Corner? I think now it's where Great American Sports is. Here's the kick, and it's going to be Taylor. Caught it right at his knees. Very good athlete. He just bowls over a
look
couple
at him.
people. Yeah.
Gabe
Tackled by
Lee with
Gabe
the
Lee.
tackle.
And that's at the what stand?
At the
32
32-yard line, yeah. Nice little run.
It
Ducked
was.
his head, lowered his shoulder.
Got about 21 yards
And
on
went
that return.
wham.
So Miller's 14-yard run at the 10:43 mark, and then Atwood's 25-yard run at the 7:50 mark, capping off two good drives, and the Lions lead 14-0 with 7:43 still remaining in the first.
Yep.
That was a 49-yard drive the first. How long was that drive a moment ago, Stan? Where did we have that? Go back. Was that a 67-yard?
Sounds right.
I think it was, yep. Well, the Lions defense did their number a moment ago. Let's see if they can do it again and give TCA more of a great field position. That's Taylor carrying it.
Nowhere.
And not much.
Going to lose by a yard on the play.
Stand the line defense, that front line just controlling that line of
Look
scrimmage.
at this. We're running a five-man front.
Sam Davis made the stop.
Sam the Bam.
Remember, Sam didn't play that season opening win over Dresden.
Yep. Hard Knocks did a good job for him on the offensive side of the ball
did.
that game.
Sam's a junior, 6 foot, 220. 7:15 clock running, 14-0. Lions lead it. Stan brought dinner on the way over. I'll buy the late snack on the way home. Not a long drive up here, about 25 minutes.
Nice, easy drive.
Yep.
Took it slow for a change. Saw
Here's
the popo.
Parker Newman. Hand off Taylor. Taylor, a little bit more running room this time as he gropes his way literally to about the 34.
He's going to pick up about 2 on the play, 3 carries, 2 net yards of play.
3rd down and 8. Well, the line defense knows that they've only completed 1 pass all year, and they're just sitting on the run stand and right now having their way for the most part, aren't they?
You remember what we said in the pregame show? West Carroll's only completed 1 pass on the season. So, I mean, their propensity is to run, and it's either a handoff to Taylor or the quarterback's going to keep it.
Good to have Michael Mancini back here with us in the booth, and Bradley White does a great job on the camera. That's why he makes the big bucks.
A little bit different formation here, double spread.
3rd down and 8, yep. Out there, it's going to be the quarterback keeping it and running. And boy, is he blasted. I mean, hit. And getting him was Kendall Boyle, and also on the stop,
Look at now. What you see on this replay is you saw the TCA defensive line, how they were able to push back on the offensive line of West Carroll. They won the line of scrimmage, got a couple of yards, pushed back on, made it extra tough for them to get some yardage running.
It's going to be fourth down. They still have third on the mark over there, but they call a penalty is what they've done here. Or have they? Let's wait and see. No. Fourth down and long. Fourth and about
let's say 7.
7 yards. 6:09. The clock arrested, but they'll crank it back up.
Wholesale, so they're going to punt
I
the
guess
ball. So
West Carroll must have called a timeout, or TCA did. I'm not sure who called. They stopped the clock.
We've got one, so let's take a quick one with them.
Okay.
Flag. Okay.
Well, Ralph knows what
go.
he's doing. They denied it. That's exactly. Okay, Ralph knows what he's doing over here. Ralph Cobb.
Newman to punt the ball.
They do a great job here. Their game presentation is wonderful here at West Carroll. So it's going to be fourth and about, 8. Now, I think it's about 7, but doesn't matter. Here's the punt.
Nice
and
kick.
Atwood is going to field it. Woo! And he's going to hit. That's actually Lee that fielded it. Well, Gabe Lee says it's my birthday. I can make something special happen. It didn't happen that time. I'm glad he just held on to it at about the 41. His mom will probably talk to him when he gets home tonight.
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing, son?
Only 3 yards in return there. Very dangerous.
41-yard line.
That's the thing. Coach is going to tell you, don't even try and field that sucker. Just let it go.
Well, normally you would want him to field it because you wouldn't want to get 10 more yards out of that punt. But at the same time, they were so close to him is what scared me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Run away and hide from that because only two things can happen. One was bad.
Yep. What was it? Darryl Broyles once said, when you pass the ball, 3 things happen that's bad.
And 2 of them are bad.
Yeah, 2 of them are bad. 3 things can happen. 2 of them are bad. Late, great coach. 1st and 10 at the 41. Atwood drops. Atwood throws over the middle. Great catch by Harden. Went high to get that at the 40-yard line. And
19 yards in the pickup.
Daniel, who was on that stop again? Patterson. Well, what a catch. A nice throw by Atwood.
Yeah, look at him go high for this one.
You were right when you told me in the preseason Harden can play. Look at this catch. Look at those hands. Great hands.
Actually, a little overthrown too high, but he skywalked for that one.
Sure did. 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 19 yards.
Yeah. I remember, let's see, that's
5:27 left. Atwood again wants to throw. Lions working on the pass. Go wide open. It's caught out here by Helton. Helton to 30, 25-20. Helton is inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
At the 40, so that goes, or excuse me, it's the
Tackle
40.
there by Spencer Long.
Goes to the 29, so that's
Look at this
30.
move by Helton.
21 yards in the pickup. And who was that, 21?
Yeah, that's Lucas that's
Helton.
Helton. Lake. I'll get to right in a minute. Melissa's going to kill me.
His first reception tonight for blackjack.
Yeah. Lake's really turned. I refer to something. I ran into Frank Clampett at Kroger before the season. He said, watch for Helton. He's going to have a really good year. And Frank knows his sports. Atwood wants to throw again, and that pass is down there. It's caught. Is that Gabe Lee? Gabe Lee just caught that football. Touchdown, Lions!
Lee with the 14-yard touchdown reception. 2 receptions, 39 yards for the Lions, and they lead 20-0. Look like that goes there. Pretty good coverage there by West Carroll, but the defender got behind him. Ball just thrown perfectly. With the defender behind him, he was able to get it squared, dropped it in the end zone for the touchdown.
59-yard drive capped off by the 14-yard Lee from Atwood pass, and it's 20-0 at 4:40 the first. Carlson's kick, it's up, it's good. 21-0 Lions, and they're on a roaring roll here early, no doubt about it. We'll take a break. Back after this with more TCA football.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
Diamond Dave, along with Stan the Man Gerard, Jay Cashin, Michael Mancini, and Bradley White, our great production crew, along with yours truly and Stan. And Stan, you couldn't ask for a better quarter for the Lions, leading 21-0 here with 4:40 left, and some great catches on some passes that time. Helton, Harden, and then Gabe Lee.
TCA showing off their passing game tonight. Hank only with, 2 runs, and Atwood with 2 runs, and Williams with 1 run. But TCA doing a nice job through the air tonight.
Obviously, the coaching staff saw something in the films that said, hey, we can pass the ball tonight.
And 4 different receivers have caught the ball for TCA. Lee with a couple, Harden with 2, Miller with 1, and Helton with 1.
Here's Carlson's kick. Taylor again at about the 5 to the 10. 15, 20 on his feet. Nice cut here. Right below us, 30, 35-yard line. And finally, Helton drives him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. About the 39. Let's give him the 40.
Oh, they're giving him the benefit. I thought he stepped out a little bit before that. He got a nice spot there, I think.
Special teams doing a great job there. Also down there in that penetration that time was Reed Williams. Reed's had a good year. So they move the ball to the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. TCA leading 21-0. And if you're a West Carroll fan, you got to think, well, hey, you got to move the ball, at least get some time off this clock, keep your defense off the field, because right now the War Eagles running the gun here, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Taylor's got to get open somehow for them if they're going to get the ball rolling. When you talk West Carroll offense, Taylor is the man. He's got to be able to get open. His line's got to do something for him.
Newman in the quarterback position with Taylor to his right, hands it to Taylor. Taylor darts his way from maybe a couple of yards to the 42, and that's it. Stan Gerard, a trivia question for you.
Okay.
Well, actually, true or false?
Okay.
At one time in their careers, was Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard voices of the War Eagles?
True.
That's true. Bing, 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 bing. You got it right.
That's the War Eagles.
It wasn't the War Eagles of West Carroll. It was the Jackson War Eagles, the semi-pro team that still owes Stan and I both money.
What was that? What was the town of our last game?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama.
I sent you down to get a post-game interview. You came back a minute later and said, they told us to get out of town quick. That's a true story. And then I got lost in Huntsville. Second down and 8.
But I got us home.
Yeah, we did get home. Yep. Thank goodness, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Carl back.
Here is Newman keeping it, breaks a tackle, breaks another great effort as he moves his way across the 45. Gabe Lee's having a great game on the tackle along with Ethan Kaufman. Ethan, we don't talk about Ethan a lot either, but he's had a good year.
Ethan Kaufman sounds like a furniture place.
We've not called Joyce's name yet. Jacob Joyce, is he playing? I'm sure he's playing. Oh, he's out there, yeah. But boy, he had a great game last week.
It was just the scheme of what USJ was running. It ended up featuring Jacob a lot.
Now, Jacob really does take his athletic ability and good looks from his mother and his grandmother,
you remember,
Susan.
Sources tell me USJ was scared to death of Hammer and Hank.
3rd down at about 2.5 yards.
And
the
first down.
Lions jump. Cadence got them that time. About 3 guys came right. They were.
Yeah, take your pick.
All 3 guys heard something, didn't they?
Oh my! Well,
first down of the game for the War Eagles with 3:02 left in the first.
It don't matter how you get them, as long as you get them.
That's exactly right. Nice, smart play by Newman.
And you can do it because you got a lot of teams now going with a clap. For the go signal. If you somebody come in with a hard hut or something like that,
still drives me nuts.
Get somebody to jump.
Watching some of the college games, the guy would clap, then he'll clap again, look over the sideline, clap again. And I'll tell you something you're seeing really a lot more than ever. You're letting people see the clock run down to like the last second or two, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Defense has got to know they got to snap it without 2 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the Lion 43-yard line. Let's give him the 42. Taylor plows his way inside the 45.
4 yards on the run.
Stop made by Hammer and Hank, all-time leading tackler.
And the leading tackler in all of Division II and the number 3 tackler in the entire state of Tennessee.
That's amazing. Boyle had a little piece of that action as well. Miller's around the football all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, he sleeps with one at night, I believe.
I like our team a lot this year. I think we're going to win a lot of football games, not just because we're up 21-0 here, but our kids are really developing and maturing as well.
Justin didn't sleep with a teddy bear. Justin didn't let his boys sleep with a teddy bear. He made them sleep with a football.
Football, no doubt. Head off Taylor again. Makes the first guy miss, but he can't make the next wave. About 3 of them there.
Lost
Kaufman.
about 1 on the play.
Daniel, you're right. A host of Lions made that stop.
Would that be a Pride of Lions?
Not Pride of Lions, yep. So it's going to be 3rd down now lost a yard or two on that, so it's third down and basically 10 again. See the clock running, a minute 20 left, actually game time, with 21-0 the score. TCA's had the ball 3 times. They've scored all 3 times. Defense has stopped them twice, and now a chance to stop them here on a 3rd and long. Although this is the best field position West Carroll's had tonight.
Yeah, they really need, they're in TCA territory at the 47. They've got to take, make something happen on this possession.
Great production, great picture by Jay and the gang. You see it here on your screen. Lines moving around a little defensively. We have whistle shrilling the night air here in Atwood. And that's going to be, I think, is that on TCA? I think it's offside on TCA.
That's what it looks like. And
no, it's a delay of game. Well, the way we were acting, I thought maybe a couple of guys were hitting their helmets. I thought maybe that it was going to be against TCA, but now it's going to be 3rd and 15 now.
What about this weather tonight, though? I mean, this is fall football weather tonight.
No, it's not outside. They've got the air conditioner on.
Oh, it's the air conditioner on. That's right.
Oh, you never cease to amaze me. 48-yard line.
Well, it wasn't that bad out.
I need some laughter in my life this week.
It's not bad humidity this
week. It's a tough week, but I need some laughter. 3rd down and 15. The cold front came through at kickoff, didn't it? It's going to be hot for the next week. Newman drops. Newman wants to throw. Throws down, and it's incomplete. And then picked off. Picked off by Reed.
Yeah, let's look at that again.
That could have been pass
interference.
Yeah,
West Carroll's got a real strong case for pass interference.
That's. I'm not sure. You're right.
That's a tie. That's a tie.
Now play on the ball. I agree with Jay. I'm going to go with Jay Cashin.
Well, that's
we'll
why
get Mike
it was a tie.
Mike, what's your vote on that? Pass interference or not? I'm sorry?
Depends on who was on offense.
Yep. So Michael and Jay and I all agree, so you outvoted 3-1.
Well, it was a tie.
Normally it would be the other way around.
The replay shows it to be a tie.
So the interception by Reed. And Atwood's in business again. High snap. And over his head, Atwood lucky to get back on that and fall all the way back. That's a loss. Ball was at the 27. That's all the way back, stand to about the 15-yard line. Let's mark it about 16.
Yep.
Big loss. That's the end of the first quarter. TCA will be faced with a 2nd and long. That's the bad news. The good news is they lead 21-0. We're back after this 1-minute break with more TCA football.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
We never say anything really bad during the breaks, but if you knew sometimes what we did say, I don't think we'd be retained the next week.
Sure.
It's 21-0.
Here's some scores from around West Tennessee. McKenzie leads Perry County 7-0. Dyer County leading Crockett County 7-0 midway through the first quarter in that ball game. Look at this. McNary leading Dyersburg 6-0 run on a 47-yard run. And Chester County leading Hardin 7-0.
That's really a nice football stadium at Dyersburg. I forgot how nice it is. I was over there this past Saturday in the rain and the drizzle watching our softball team at Bethel play some exhibition games. And Stan, I thought of you because I came back out. You talk about a nice press box and a nice setup over there. Dyersburg really has a beautiful complex.
Yeah. Big I've worked a couple of ball games out of that press box.
Here's the handoff, and that's going to be Miller. Miller rushes his way from the 16. He's going to be tackled by Mason Taylor. You talk about two strong and two bulldog players. Taylor and Miller both they got it going, don't they?
Line of scrimmage was the 15, and so he's going to he broke one tackle. He's going to pick up 5 on the play.
Yep. Second down and a long 5. In
Hank
the pistol, Miller behind.
24 yards.
Atwood wants to throw. Atwood's going to run out of there. Stand now, throw it with his left hand.
Oh.
Is that picked off? Or did it hit the ground? I think TCA gets to break that ball.
Yeah.
He threw that with his left hand.
Yeah, that's one. Eat the ball, son. No, he threw it with his right.
He's made great decisions all year. That was not a great decision that time, and he got a break.
That's one you eat the ball.
Yep. I admire his tenacity.
He would have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and long for TCA, and we're going to looks like we're going to punt.
Yep, going to have to punt it.
And remember, our backup quarterback is the punter, Greg Carter.
Greg's a good guy and a good punter.
Mr. Carter.
Carter will punt it. Taylor will stand back near midfield. And the ball hits right at about the 48 in his hands. And so the best field position West Carroll's had all night to begin a series of plays. As we're early in this second stanza, TCA leads the game 21-0. West Carroll looks like they've settled down a little bit, Stan.
Yeah. So this is their second drive. They'll be in TCA territory. They started to get a little movement there before the interception. So let's see if they can continue that good momentum.
So it's 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the War Eagles of West Carroll, right here in the heart of Carroll County. Actually, not in the heart of Carroll County. They're near the
Western
Madison.
Heads.
You know, you go to Atwood, come to Atwood, you didn't realize, Stan, when you leave Milan, you're right at the city limits of West Carroll. That's when you enter Carroll County.
Yep.
1st and 10. Newman hands it off to Taylor.
Blitz.
Taylor, he is hit back there, and I mean, hit hard by
Lost
Miller.
3.
Miller gets him before he could ever get out of his tracks. 2nd and 13.
Taylor.
Look at this defensive penetration. Look at this play, Stan.
You saw the blitz coming a
And
mile
give the
away.
D-line some credit, too. They allowed the opening for Miller.
Well, the thing is, Hank wasn't touched on that play. Now you've got Mason Taylor now, 7 carries, net of -9 yards.
We're the best fans. I talked to Johnny Williams, his granddad, the legendary Hall of Famer, and
Lives just down
Mrs.
the road
Williams.
from me.
And they are bringing me some candy corn to Harding Academy next week.
Oh.
She forgot it tonight. I said, I'll be there next week. She's bringing it.
That means I might get some too.
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Candy corn and peanuts.
Oh, candy
She was
corn
telling me to
peanuts.
mix it
Oh.
with Check Mix. She says
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really good. Yeah, I've never
Oh,
had that.
yeah.
I'll have to do that. Timeout, West Carroll. The War Eagles, great field position to begin it, but now they've got the 4-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 14 when we come back. 10:30 in the first half. Lions lead 21-0. We're back right after this. Former Lambeth quarterback and now owner of one of the radio stations here, the conglomerate. Jared Mims in the house. Good to see Jared.
Other scores from West Tennessee, Chester County now leading 14-0 in that ballgame. South Gibson out ahead of Southside by a score of 3-0 with 6:13 to go in the first quarter. McKenzie leads Perry County 14-0. And Lexington with a 3-0 lead over Northside close to the end of the first quarter in that game.
We talked about Johnny Williams earlier, Stan. When you talk about Northside, he's one of the legendary ones out there through the years.
Yeah.
They've had some great coaches, the Indians. And
They used,
every
and
time
his
I-
wife used to bring me some vegetables
every
once
time
in
I
a
think
while.
of Northside, I think of the late Jimmy Butler. He was Northside's biggest fan. 2nd and 13, now back at their own 49. The War Eagles have it. Newman drops. Newman wants to throw. Newman throws over the middle, and that ball is incomplete, uncatchable. And great coverage by Lee, Miller, and Reed all back there.
Did a good, nice job by the offensive line of West Carroll forming a pocket, but an even better job of defense by TCA. Another score, Adamsville leading Riverside now by a score of 14-0. Westview leading O'Brien 8-0 in the first of that. Adamsville now up 20-0 in that game.
So the Cardinals are leading the Panthers, is that right?
Yeah. Peabody and JCM tied at 7.
He didn't take the bait, Jay. 3rd down and 13. I love to aggravate you, Stan. 3rd and 13.
The Birds.
We're up 21-0. over the boys from the river. So Newman, they go back to this set that they began the game with. They've got Taylor. They've got Taylor running the Wildcat. And he didn't get anywhere. He lost a couple yards.
That's really David's a version of the single wing offense, except they're running off of a balanced line.
I remember when Kentucky a few years ago.
Now that play's going to be more effective.
Quarterback got hurt. The backup quarterback got hurt. And a guy named Lynn Bowden came in and ran the Wildcat, and the Cats wound up losing only 2 games the rest of the year. Well, timeout. We've got a player down.
Uh-oh.
It's not Taylor. I'm not sure who that is. Looks like one of the linemen. Say a little prayer for him as both teams take the knee, and, well, they should. 10:09 in the second. Lions lead 21-0. We've got an injured War Eagle. Say a little prayer. We're back after this.
And we're back here at West Carroll High School, TCA. 10:09 to go in the first quarter. They lead by a score of 21-0, and West Carroll about to punt from their own from the TCA 47.
And the Lions drop back Lee inside the 30. Newman, high snap, but he pulls it down. Lions come after him. And that ball, Lee does a good job just saying, okay, I'm not getting near that thing. No one else is either. It goes out of bounds across the way, and the Lions are going to come out of that with great field position.
Yeah, that ball checked up quite a
at
bit.
about the 39-yard line. That's not a great net on that, is
It
it?
looked good when it left.
Yeah, it just sort of died, didn't it?
It checked up.
Yeah. 9:51 first half. Lions lead 21-0. You're listening to and watching TCA football tonight. Reminding you that the game being brought to you in part by Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Son, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance with Farm Bureau, Jimmy Rasnick with Tennessee Drone Services, and you can be a part of our broadcast by contacting sports ads at mytcalines.com.
And we've mentioned the sponsors. We got to talk
about
to
the
people.
meals, yeah.
Take care of the people who supply the meals. Inglewood Baptist Church, post-game meals supplied by Domino's in Milan and Commercial Bank and Trust.
They go back here. That's a pitch
20.
back, and that's going to be running that football. And that's going to be Reed Williamson, and he gets a big gain there as he moves all the way into War Eagle territory and all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here's the replay, and a great pitch back by Atwood, and they brought him around the corner stand and running that football, Reed Williamson, who's had a really fantastic year. Look at that play.
Yeah, pickup of 31 to play, 2 carries.
I love that play call.
Yeah, 2 carries, 48 yards. He is the leading rusher for TCA.
Weatherford made the stop for the War Eagles.
Atwood with a 2 for 43 and Hank 3 for 24.
Inside the 30, already leading 21-0. Atwood drops, Atwood throws, caught! And that's going to be Gabe Lee from 29 yards out.
Yep, Gabe
at
Lee.
the 9-16 mark. This receiving core has wound up really being a complete group of receivers. Nice throw by Atwood.
Gabe Lee, 3 carries or 3 rushes or receptions for 68 yards.
So that's the second touchdown toss from Atwood to Lee tonight at 9:16, and the lead grows to 27-0. Lions with 9:16 left in the second. Carlson's been perfect thus far. Knock on wood. He's 3 of 3. The holder is Atwood. Snap forthcoming. It's back. Ball down. Kick up, and it's good again. And just like that, thank you, Daniel. It's 28-0 Lions. We're back after this. Stay with us with more TCA football from Atwood tonight.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
I think at McNary. And welcome back. Other scores, Dyersburg, well, there's some points being scored between Dyersburg and McNary, 20-12. Dyersburg just the start of the second quarter. And you had another score that was of interest with a JCS.
21-0 St. George's. Jackson Christian's leading that and leading it handily, thanks to Bill Hamilton, our great friend, with that update.
Brewston leads Fulton County, Kentucky, 6-0. Just over a minute to go in the first quarter of that ball game. McKenzie's still out in front of Perry County, 14-0.
Dan will have our game by game as always. Special hellos to all of you that's watching tonight.
Yep.
We'll do it at time. Carlson to kick. Well, Carlson's been pretty busy tonight with the kickoffs after the 4 scores and perfect on the PATs. He'd be our special teams player of the games thus far. That was a moment ago Taylor, who was injured, but he's back out there and he receives his kick. And he's pinned in and hammered it about the 21.
Boy, it's lucky he didn't. It's lucky he didn't twist his knee on that. I don't know if we're going to get a replay on that.
Tevin Reed made the stop.
Watch this hit. We get him by one leg, and he spins around there. Oh, that could have been nasty.
So at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 there, War Eagles. They trail the game 28-0. 9:16 left in the first half. Halftime, we'll have scores, highlights, scoring recap, and hellos. So be sure and stay tuned for that. You've got some hellos now, don't you?
Coach Bibb's mom's watching, Leslie Bibb.
See, David McCoy's watching.
Yeah.
Others?
He's got one of these significant heating and plumbing businesses in town.
Yeah, when you think of that, you think of him, and that business has been synonymous with that. Taylor Allen, you're good, buddy. What was Taylor's nickname?
Tay-Tay.
No, you had another nickname for him. Remember that hair?
No, that was GQ, his brother.
That was GQ. That's his brother. That's right. Well, Newman back out there at quarterback. Looked like some movement that time, but no calling. Newman's going to run that football, and boy, what a
great
stop.
Tackle.
What a stop. Good grief.
Hammer and Hank.
Got him around right below the knees, right around the knees. You can see why Hammer and Hank is so well thought of. And, the USJ folks, I know they were raving about his game against them last week.
So he's going to lose about 1 on the play?
It's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Who was that, Taylor again?
Yep.
8 rushes.
No, that was the quarterback. Newman kept it.
Okay.
Yep. What, Stan, we wound up having a pretty good crowd across the way over there. Look at that crowd.
Yeah, it's late arriving crowd. Well, they must have been in the drive-through line at McDonald's too.
Taylor, far side right, trying to get out there, and he's gain tackle after he picks up 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, picks up 3.
Yeah, you and I were in the drive-through for a while. It wasn't like Somerville, though. It was long, but not like Somerville.
It was long, but it wasn't almost 18 minutes like it was at Somerville that one night.
Tackled by Lake Helton that time.
We'll be there in just a few short weeks.
That's right. We'll not be stopping there, though. 28-0.
Sonic?
Anywhere other than where we waited 30 minutes before.
Yeah, it's either eat there in town or wait till we get back to Jackson.
That night, you kept your composure better than I did. 7:50, I said, Stan, let's just pull out. Remember we did that down in Memphis last year. 7:49, clock running, 28-0 Lions.
I wanted to in Dixon before.
That poor little lady, I'll never forget that. I still think about her from time to time. Timeout West Carroll. They're faced with a 3rd and 6 from their own 25, and Lions could come out of this with great field position, already leading 28-0. Back after this.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson. Oh, Travis Vance would look so good in a mustache. Don't you think?
I wonder what he would look like.
Allison was watching that, which means Travis is watching.
You brought that up before the game, but we sort of wondered what he would look like.
Yep.
He looks sharp no matter what.
Now, thanks to Coach, now we know.
Yeah. 28-0, 7:42. Well, he certainly outpunted his coverage when he married Allison, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
28-0 here. All these guys did. By the way, Lisa and Lydia up in Gatlinburg. They may be watching tonight. Probably not. If I was in Gatlinburg,
Uh-oh.
I don't know I would be.
Broken play, look
Yeah.
out.
And that's carrying it Patterson, and he's tackled by Jansen Graves, freshman.
Yeah, that was a mishandled play there,
Yeah.
and the Indians were charged.
Yeah, the bottom line, Stan, we can talk about the passes and the running, and all the skilled people deserve their acknowledgement, but the line of scrimmage on both sides has been totally dominated by TCA tonight. And I'm not demeaning West Carroll at all.
They're doing what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, best game of the year.
And remember how tough our first 3 games of this year were.
No doubt.
We come out very seasoned as a result of those
That
first
Dresden
3 games.
game was a very physical game. We wound up winning 21-19.
All 3 games have been physical.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Newman stands back inside his 10 to punt it. And a low liner, and Lee calls for the fair catch. Knowing that he's going to get great field position anyway, great decision. The birthday guy taking his good looks and talent from his mom as well, and he's at the 45-yard line. And Stan, no need to try to gallop up there and catch that thing. Just call the fair catch, catch it, because you know you got a great field position.
I think one thing TCA wants to do, if they don't do anything else, they want to get through a game without any turnovers.
Oh, that would be great. That's hurt us at times, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's cost us 2 games this year.
They got the drone flying here.
I still think I could pick it off.
Well, I know a shooting team that could probably pick it off. I'm not sure you could.
Oh, they blasted smithereens.
We got to wear our shirts one night, Stan. Jay's got on me about that. 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Got a great shot of Atwood running that option. He's got to pitch it back. There's Miller. Miller, good running room. Look at that stutter step. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. Is he in? And that ball is down at the 1 yard. Will make it. They get him at about the 9-yard line, 8-yard line.
40.
Look at it. Did you see the little giddy up?
36 yards on
See
that.
the little giddy up that time? I love that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to look at his forearm, 36 yards in that reception.
And Stan, he's powerful, but, he's got some good footwork and some good speed about him as well.
4 carries for 60 yards.
I think that's lost in the shuffle sometimes.
Do you remember the stiff arm he had in our first series of plays last week against USJ?
Yeah.
He just obliterated the guy.
Well, he's the epitome of a tough football player. Goes outside this time when he wasn't open inside. Touchdown Lions with 5:55.
9-yard touchdown run by Hammer and Hank Miller. His second touchdown of the night, 5 carries for 69 yards unofficially. And I think we're going to be in
Miller, 9-yard run, capping off a 55-yard drive. Defense set it all up with a stop.
Oh, and what do we have here? Oh, I thought we had something for a second, but I guess not. Atwood to hold.
Carlson to kick it. We got a special spotter, Daniel, tonight, doing a great job. Here's the kick up, and that kick splits the uprights again. And, folks, it's 35-0 with 5:14 in the half. It's all Lions. Stay with us.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
Diamond Dave, we've talked about the defense off the air. Get this, unofficially, the TCA defense has held West Carroll to 0 net yards of total offense.
Yeah, it's been a dominating performance, best game that they played this year. And we've had some great games. 1-2 coming in, could very well be 2-1.
Randy Coble, Bo Walker, Allison Vance, Gina Wilson, Laura Kraft, Clarence Pettigrew.
Laura
all
watches
watching.
every week. She watches every week.
Her and Coach.
Yep. Boy, you talk about a legendary guy.
How many state titles does he have?
5, 6, something like that.
How many in a row? You remember that one year? We did the game, Dave. Who were we playing?
You and I did a lot of games.
They're coaching them, saying we're the public school city
that
champions.
that was. I still say if we not rain down on Friday, we win it that year too.
Yeah, I agree.
The Renfros and Brittany Yates and all the gang. Here's the kick, and Taylor brings it back, but moves up to about the 25. He's got some really nice moves. You see him dart and power his way for.
He's done a nice job on the kickoff returns tonight.
Sure has.
Joyce on the tackle for
Yep.
TCA.
Yeah, we call Joyce. Jerry and Susan, the gang, I'm sure, watching tonight. They watch every week. They're at a lot of the games right below us where we sit in the press box up there at TCA. So the Lions lead the game 35-0 with 4:33 left in this first half. The purple and white, they made about the 25-mile trip up here. And looks like they're going to go home with a big win if they keep this up.
Big dub tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great picture that we're getting through tonight. Nice camera work.
My phone decided to go haywire.
Basically a single wing block, single wing formation with a balanced line.
They've run this set a couple of times. And that's the handoff to
Nice
Taylor.
cut back.
Yeah, still on his feet. Still Huston. Boy, look at his tenacity.
He's going to pick up 4 on the play. Tackled by everyone on the play.
That's what Daniel tells us. Spot the numbers, call them out, and you got it.
Well, got to be so proud of the, like you said earlier, the offense and especially the defense on getting penetration on this play. Still, still net 4 yards of offense for West Carroll in this game, and that's just means that your defensive line is dominating.
I did a Huntington Peabody game years and years ago, Stan, and I remember, I think it might be the only time that I can remember, well, maybe it happened a couple of times, but Peabody went to Huntington one night. Both teams were really good, but Huntington had the 2 best defensive ends I've ever seen at a high school. One of them went on to play at UT, but Peabody was negative yards at halftime. I'll never forget that.
Oh.
And Peabody was pretty good. Taylor has it again, and nothing there.
Stuffed.
He's stymied and pushed back very quickly there.
Actually, he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Miller made the stop. And you have to marvel at his ability and week in, week out, how well he plays. Stan, he never has a bad game, does he?
Nope.
And a lot of people, too, like you said, USJ, they really centered going after him last year, both offensively, or last week, I should say, offensively, defensively. But he just doesn't, he never stinks it up. He really just Johnny on the spot. It's 3rd down and 7 from their own 31, so the Lions could stop them here and get a chance to get their hands back on the ball again.
Don't forget, at the half, we'll have statistical updates and scores from around West Tennessee, commentary and analysis on this first half, and some musings from Jay Cash.
Yeah, and a special look at our sponsors who make it possible. Here's Taylor. He gets open. Taylor, a good run.
He's got a first
hustles his
down.
way up to the 40-yard line. That's the best positive play from scrimmage that they've had all night.
8
and
yards.
Lee made the stop. Boy, he had a head of steam that time. And credit the right side of the offensive line. They cleared a hole for him, Stan. Look at this play. He really is a good-looking athlete.
Lower his head. 5 carries for 14 yards. West Carroll now in positive yards for the game.
I mentioned his sister, Shante, assistant to me in the SID office.
That's his sister?
That's his sister. And Shante
Where's
now
Shante at?
She's at Bethel. She's I haven't seen her here tonight, but she is also assistant softball coach. We appointed her that position here just a couple months ago.
She should be here. She
She'll
should
be
be here. We should put her to work.
She'll come up and see us.
Hey,
1st and
girl.
10. Well, that keeps
the drive alive.
And they don't have to punt it and give
Now that's
TCA
their
a chance to
first
score again.
offensive first down of the
Yeah,
night.
it is. Only the second tonight. And here's the handoff. And the
15.
War Eagles have discovered something. Gabe Lee's having a great game. Pushed him out of bounds across the way.
15 yards in the pickup
That
by
was Spencer Long who carried it. 29.
Oh, that was Long.
That
Okay,
was
I'm
Long,
sorry.
Yeah.
his first carry of the night.
2 positive plays, and the Lion faithful have something to cheer about.
29 yards in the last 2 plays alone.
You have to admire West Carroll. They're down 35-0 last
And their
minute.
fans are good.
And their fans are having a good time now as they see their kids, and they're fighting hard.
Win or lose, they
They're
always
in no
come out
hurry here,
scoring.
Stan. I'm a little surprised, though. 44 seconds. There's no sense of urgency about getting this playoff, though.
No.
I mean, they're back there for a long time, and I'm not sure why that's happening.
Well, they have to go into the huddle. They don't do hand signals here at West
I
Carroll.
know, but still, you got to get that huddle quicker than they did, though, wouldn't you think? Here's Newman. Newman's going to run it this time here to the left, and just nothing there. I mean, a wave of purple and white. And leading the stop was Jacob Joyce again.
They'll give him a yard loss in that play. It's going to be 6 carries, 13 yards.
Sam, I'm not trying to be critical, but there's just no sense of urgency. They had the ball.
No.
And
You got to get going. They're calling for the half.
Yeah,
They're going to the locker room.
down 35-0. That's your halftime score. That's all Lions. We'll come back with a long scoring recap, scores from other venues tonight, and more after this on the TCA Football Network.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
And welcome back to West Carroll High School in Atwood, Tennessee. My name's Stan Gerard, alongside Dime and Dave McCulley. TCA handily in front by a score of 35-0. Quickly, let's look at the stats from the first half first for the homestanding War Eagles. Their tailback, Mason Taylor, he's had a tough night. 10 rushes, -2 yards. Newman, the quarterback, 6 rushes for 13. Long came in, 1 rush for 15, and no yards receiving. So that's 13, 11, 26 yards of offense for West Carroll in the first half of play for TCA. Hank Miller was 69 yards rushing on 5 carries and 2 scores. Atwood, 1 score, 2 rushes for 43. And Williamson, 2 rushes for 48. So that's 11, that's 20, 10. Let me try this again. I'm trying to do my math in the head. 12, 13, 14. It's going to be 70, 110, and about 150 yards of rushing offense for TCA there in the first half. And for TCA receiving, it's 11, it's 28, 12, 13, 130 yards actually. For TCA receiving the ball, 68 yards on 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns for Gabe Lee. Helton with 1 reception for 21. Harden 2 for 24. And Miller 1 for 7. That's going to total up to 12, 20, 120 yards receiving. So for TCA, they've got 120 yards receiving. 69, 43, and 43, and 48. 20, 10, 160 yards rushing the ball, 120 passing the ball, so 280 yards unofficially total offense for a TCA, and you have for West Carroll 26 yards of total offense. Let's take a look around. Take a look at the scoreboard from West Tennessee. Live scores coming in. Of course, our score here: TCA 35-0 over West Carroll. Take a look at other scores from West Tennessee. Scanning up and down the dial. And we've got to bypass a few things here. McKenzie leading Perry County in that ball game. South Gibson led Southside 3-0. Make that 10-0 now in that ball game. In the second quarter, first half almost over. Waverly leads Camden 7-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first in that ball game. We've got an update now on that coming in. Let's see. Camden 7, Waverly 0 at the end of the first. McNary leading Dyersburg 6-0. That game's advanced. It's Dyersburg now leading that ball game. Huntington on top of Halls 21-6 at the half. Chester County leading Hardin. Liberty and Gibson County, they got a ball game there. 19-12, Gibson County, end of one quarter of play. Waverly 7, Camden 6. McKenzie 14-0 over Perry County. Lexington 3, Northside 0. We'll see if there are any more updates on that game. McKenzie now leading their ball game 28-0 over Perry County. Other scores from West Tennessee coming in. Adamsville 14-0 over Riverside. Make that 27-6. Adamsville over Riverside. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Ben Hill with 3 TD passes in the first half of that game for Adamsville. Westview led O'Brien 8-0 in the first. That's an old score. And we've got other updates on that game coming in. Checking around for them, and still nothing. 20-0 Adamsville over Riverside. Of course, TCA leading at 35-0 in that ball game, in our ball game. Dyersburg now leads McNary at 20-12 in that contest. Let me back up again here. Lexington 10, Northside nothing with 10:13 to go in the second. And other scores, end of one, USJ 27, Fayette Academy 0 in that ball game. Lexington still leading, or excuse me, Liberty Tech still leading in that ball game. Dresden over Gleason 27-0. Union C leads Crittenden, Kentucky 7-0. Other scores, Dyer County 7, Crockett County 0. Chester County up over Hardin 14-0. McNary leading Perry County 35-0, same scores we have here. 32-12 with a minute to go in the first half. Dyersburg over McNary. Dyer County 7, Crockett County 6, end of one. 7-7, Peabody and JCM tied at the end of one. And that's a look at our scoreboard from in and around West Tennessee. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more of the halftime show from Atwood, Tennessee. It's 35-0 TCA. We're back after this.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
H.C. Phillips & Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
The Trinity Christian Academy Lions training young champions in Christ since 1986. At the half, TCA leads West Carroll 35-0. Here's some scores from around the state in a Division II Class A game. Providence Academy, a new team in the East region, leads West Green 28-27 in that ball game. Maryville leading Cleveland 44-7. Let's see some other scores of interest from around. Meigs County leading 20-8 over McMinn Central. CAK over Oneida 20-0 in that ball game. Getting into Region 3 play, a former opponent of TCA, Signal Mountain, losing 36-8 to East Hamilton at halftime in that ball game. Riverdale 20-0 over Laverne. And we'll take a look here on further down the line. Pearl Cone and Oakland. Wow. Pearl Cone's a good football team. Oakland, with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, leads 31-0. Wow. Oakland is the real deal. Other scores coming in that we're getting our giant scoreboard computer into Region 4 now. It's going to be Friendship, no score from Friendship Christian, DeKalb County. Mount Juliet losing to 11-7-0. Region 5. Fayetteville leading Cornersville 19-9. Adamsville with their league over Decatur County, as we told you about earlier. Other scores coming in. No score between Loretto and Scottsdale being reported. Mount Pleasant, the Summertown tied at 0 at the half. Franklin Christian 20, Collingwood 16. That's Grace. I think that's Grace Franklin. Other scores coming in as we're seeing McKenzie leading 35-0, as we said. Camden losing to Waverly. Houston County over Wayne County 26-8. No score from Ripley and Bolivar in that ball game. We're going to be getting down to some more scores that we're going to know about here pretty quickly. Dyer County leading Crockett County 14-6. Dresden with the lead in their ball game. Huntington 21-6 over Halls. Peabody leading JCM 28-7. JCM a tough start to their year. Lexington leading Northside 16-6. South Gibson 10-0 over Southside at the half. Dyersburg 32-12 over McNary. 43-0 O'Brien losing to Westview with 6 minutes to go in the first half of play. And Covington leading 28-0 over Brighton. Fayette Ware and Millington no score, start of the second quarter. And that, well, we got a few others we can look at here that we're going to get to. Spinning down the dial. Boyd Buchanan over Notre Dame, final 58-13. Nashville Christian 35, Clarksville Academy 0 in the second quarter. Nashville Christian number 1 in the state. Providence Christian and DCA. We'll see DCA later in the year. No score on that ball game. No score get past year in Davidson County. Let's see, no score in Ezel Harding, Mount Juliet Christian. USJ leads their ball game. No score in the Harding Academy game. Jackson Christian up 21-0 in their ball game at St. George's. And that is a look at the scoreboard, statewide scoreboard for the state of Tennessee. At the half, TCA leads 35-0. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, more of the halftime show right here on the TCA Broadcast Network.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Premier Dental Center offers compassionate, high-tech dentistry for every member of your family. Our experience and use of advanced technologies gives you a higher level of care in general, cosmetic, and sedation dentistry. Call 731-300-3000 for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Jackson, Bells, Milan, and Lexington. Visit Premier Dental Center for a game plan for a winning smile.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
Welcome back to West Carroll High School in Atwood, Tennessee. TCA leading 35-0 in the ball game. If broadcast sponsors of tonight's broadcast include Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance of Farm Bureau Insurance, and Jeremy Resnick with Tennessee Drone Services. Special thanks to this week's meal sponsors. Pre-game meal was hosted and sponsored by the fine folks at Inglewood Baptist Church. Post-game pizza from Domino's in Milan is sponsored by Commercial Bank and Trust of Jackson. So thank those fine folks for feeding the TCA Lions tonight. They always eat well before and after a game. And again, our great sponsors, Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance, and Jeremy Resnick. Folks, without those people, this broadcast would not be possible. And as I always like to say, call these folks up and say thanks to them, but more importantly, spend some coin with these sponsors. They'd certainly appreciate. We're just about set for second half action, TCA, to kick off to West Carroll, and Diamond Dave must have just rung out of 8x10 glossies because he just got back to the box.
Well,
Welcome back.
I was actually using your picture signing my name. Here's the, Lord forbid, here's the kick, and that's going to be Patterson picking it up. Patterson, good head of steam there.
Up to the 29.
Yep. He has aspirations to play at the next level. I know that he's looked at Bethel. Bethel's looked at him. He's a senior.
You didn't get very far from work today, did you? You're right back in the neighborhood.
I didn't make it today. I stayed
Yeah.
in Jackson with the illness of my little dog. Pray for Bentley if you would. 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, Stan, War Eagles down 35-0, and they wanted to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they drew up some plays. But TCA's line play on each side of the ball has just been dominating tonight and has been set the tone for this whole game.
Yeah, you're already seeing some substitutions in there. Joe Cole in at middle linebacker for TCA. He moves over.
Helton's still out there at the defensive slot.
Some new clean shirts on the front side.
Yep. Newman has it, and he's hitting the backfield and didn't get much.
Yeah, Newman's going to lose a couple on the play.
And that's Joyce on the stop.
Yeah, look at that again if we can. He was wanting to pass, but good pressure from the outside. You see a new defensive line there for TCA. Pressure from the outside on the blitz.
Emery Summerlin's
Both sides
in there,
have forced him to step up, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Who did that song?
Nowhere to run to,
I didn't say sing it. I said who did it. 28-yard line.
It's from the Detroit Sound.
Okay, 2nd down and 12. In other words, you're like me, you don't know or can't remember. I remember.
I just know the song.
First 2 things to go is your legs and your memory.
My legs are gone.
2nd down and 12. Here's a handoff. That's running the football now. This time is Weatherford.
His first running attempt for the year. Going to pick up maybe one.
It's going to be 3rd down and almost 11.
18 for TCA with the tackle on the play.
Running clock here with 10 minutes and the clock running down.
Ty Carlson.
It's 3rd and 11, 9:50 left in the 3rd. TCA has dominated the game, as we said. They led 7-0, 14-0, 21-0, and then added some scores there in that second stanza to make it 35-0. The passing game with Atwood to Lee, and then running by Atwood and Miller for the most part. Carlson's been perfect with the PATs.
Let's get some of those new clean
Yeah,
shirts.
let's do that.
Emerald
Sutherland
in the ball game. He's playing nose guard for TCA right now.
Summerlin, exactly. Here's the
Pressure.
Newman dropping. Newman running out of the pocket and nowhere to go and nowhere to hide. This time Joe Cole got a hand on his jersey. Joe's mom watches every week.
And it's going to be Carter with the tackle on the play.
Yeah, Carter came in there. You see
Uncle
him.
Clarence watching. He's happy at night.
Who's that?
Uncle Clarence watching.
All right. Well, it's 4th and 11. Ball at the 29, and West Carroll's going to have to
Uncle Clarence Pettigrew, he likes to fish.
punt it.
He's a big fisherman.
So the clock running. It's going to be a quickly played second half if this trend continues.
We might make curfew.
What is our curfew?
I don't know. But you know what? We've got an invitation to the Pink Palace next week.
I think I'll pass on that. We passed it before.
We have
35-0.
passed it.
8:30 left here. We got lost that night. I'm not sure how we.
No, we didn't. We went by it twice, actually.
Well,
Where were we going, to Mitchell that night?
Newman, I think so. Newman kicks it or punts it in this case. Did that hit
TCA
one of
roll.
the TCA guys? No, just got a TCA roll. And Atwood will
And let's see who comes out at
see
quarterback.
if he does come out at quarterback, or we could see Carter.
I'd like to see Greg Carr get some time. Ooh.
Yeah, they moved the ball back to the 49-yard line. They're on 49. Let's see who's in there at quarterback.
Carter is where's number 10.
You see
He's in there. Carter's the quarterback.
and you see Jansen Graves here to the near side.
Joe Cole in the backfield. His first time for the year.
Harden's out there. And you see Reed going far side left, the top of your screen there.
And, folks, if you haven't seen Joe Cole run, he can be a treat in himself. Good, hard running back.
Like a little mini Goldsmith in a way, isn't he? And
Oh, yeah.
And he's not that small. Here's Carter throwing. Carter, it's caught.
Oh, my.
It went over the intended receiver's hands, and then it's caught. And that catching that ball is
13.
Graves. Was that 13 that caught it?
13.
Smith. Landon Smith, yes. Watch this, Stan.
What do you pick up on that play?
Well, it was at the 49, and he's down to the 30.
So it's 21.
21 yards. Your math is excellent. Strange looking play, but hey, we'll take it. And
So-
TCA not trying to run up the score. They're just getting Carter some snaps back there. In case you
Carter,
have to
his
have him.
first varsity completion.
Carter hands it off
Joe
to Cole
Cole.
this time. JoJo has it. He's inside the 30, down to about the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up 5.
Joe Cole, 5 yards in the pickup, power runner. Joe Cole, he's going to have 2 years as the starter tailback next year, and we haven't gotten to see him play until tonight at running back this year, but makes TCA very valuable when you have a running back tandem like Miller and a Joe Cole.
Joe
back there.
Cole, that just sounds like a football name, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's in the pistol behind Carter. Reed's far side left. Harden's in the slot here to the right. And Carter wants to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Now he's going to throw it. And it's caught.
Oh!
Is he inbounds? In,
I'm
out of
going to
bounds.
say incomplete.
Tried to get the feet down, and a great excellent or a
Let's see,
great effort.
you only have to get 1 foot in bound in high school,
I think,
correct?
yeah, I think they were both out. We'll
see
replay.
it.
The video will not lie. And he's going to throw that thing. Graves. I'm not sure. It looked
That
like-
cameraman was in the
yeah,
way.
Couldn't really tell.
Well,
But the official had a good look at it.
We couldn't make an official judgment on that, so we'll defer to the good judgment of the officials.
And despite the incompletion, out of bounds, the clock still running. Yep, I like that. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 at the 25. Lions lead the game 35-0. Sometimes it's better to ignore things.
Jay gives me a thumbs up.
Jay, do not spur him on, please. Here's a little pass out to Reed, a little floater, 20. Reed
Looky,
turning it on,
looky.
15. Reed 10. Reed down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. He scurries. Do not.
80, that's Reed.
Ignore the speed of little Reed. Look at him.
Let's see.
And a good play there by the receiver, not coming back with a penalty. Just let
See
that
how
go.
many he get on that?
Well, he went
At
from
the
the 25 and
but
now
it's coming
flag.
back.
They're going to call. I did not think that was an illegal block. I thought our receiver
didn't.
pulled up.
We'll see it again if we can.
Here it is. Now watch our receiver here. He comes back, going to spring the block. Well, there's a little push there. Maybe that's what they have.
Oh, that's not
But
much.
I didn't think that deserved a flag, to be honest with you. But the officials done
Not
an excellent
mu-
job here tonight.
Al, it's close. It's at least it wasn't 40 yards behind the play. Like we've
Parrish
seen
is
this
a white
year.
hat tonight. White hat now. Remember, we told you before in the opening game of the year, the white hat back in the backfield now.
They've changed their positioning. There's still some things to iron out on that.
Going to be 3rd and long, and now whistles. And let's see what that's about.
False start on TCA.
Well, the line's going backwards now after getting some momentum.
Let's see, in the ball game for TCA, it's Blake Carlson, number 50, the junior. Also back there, we got number 60 out there that I don't have on the roster. 53, Sam Davis is still out there.
White Davis out there as a lineman. Just a freshman, offensive and defensive lineman. So it's 3rd down now, 3rd and 18 at the 39.
Ty Carlson at corner.
So what Carter draws up here. Joe Cole in the pistol. He'll float out of the backfield. They're going to go now deep, though. And it's down there, and that ball, is that pass interference? Let's wait and
Flag
see.
on the
Yes.
play. It's
Yep.
gonna probably
That
be
was
out
pass
there.
interference. Yeah, no doubt about that call. Easy call by the official there. Harden, the intended receiver. 35-0 Lions
Oh,
here.
that's on West Carroll, I think.
It has got to be. That's what I thought.
See, I caught the end of that play where Reed had his arms extended, so it looked like if you came in late on that play, it looks like he was pushed in with his arms extended, but West Carroll with the initial contact.
Quickly played 3rd quarter, 2:50 and the clock running. TCA leads the game 35-0. That was our score at halftime. The officials talking it over next week, 6:30 our time, 7 o'clock kickoff from Harding Academy.
Expecting a big audience for that game.
We probably will have a big one. It'll be hot again next Friday, but
Seth King, the athletic director there, great guy.
yeah, he's the guy that met
Give
us
us
at
the
golf
buggy
cart.
ride.
Yeah, sure did.
I mean, took us all the way up to a goat trail to get up to the press box.
Yeah, it really was, but he did a great job with it. Very friendly, very accommodating. It's 8:30.
He's also a cross-country coach there.
8:30 p.m. just about, and we are out 2:50, and they stopped the clock now.
Well, the referee's walking back to the next county.
And he's back here at the 50-yard line picking up a flag.
I wonder where he was going. So 3rd and 4 for the Lions.
At the
Let's give it to Joe Cole.
at the 25. Yep. See what Joe can do here.
Let's
The
see-
offensive
let's-
lineman behind him, or
let's
in
see
front of him.
Let's see Smoking Joe run the ball.
Carter with 2 receivers top of your screen, puts Harden in motion. And
Ask
you
if
caught
she saw
it, and they
receive.
give it to Joe, and Joe's got running room. Joe breaks a tackle, breaks
Oh,
another
look at him
tackle.
run hard.
He's down to the 10-yard line,
Yep.
Stan. Great run
Pick
by
up
Joe
a 15.
Cole.
Joe Cole, 2 carries for 20 yards.
JoJo.
You see, it's games like this. Joe Cole starts running like that. Joe Cole's going to see some more time on the offensive side in bigger games. Give Hank a break, and it's going to make them both stronger.
No doubt. A lot of experience now as these youngsters get a chance to play some now.
Yeah, we
Advantageous for you down the road, toward the playoffs.
we talked about that in the pregame. Coach wanted Hank Miller to play through because he missed a couple of weeks after the Milan scrimmage with that bum knee.
1st and goal from the 10. They give it to Joe this time, and not much. Although he does spin and gets about 3 or 4 yards,
He
more
backs
than I
it-
thought.
Backs it down to about the
6.
6 4-yard pickup.
See Harden in motion again that time. Here's your replay. And some pretty nifty blocking there to give him a little bit of a crease.
I'm just real. I first saw Joe Cole playing as like a 4th grader in a scrimmage at a jamboree at Carroll, not Carroll Academy, at a Crockett County. He impressed me back as a 4th grader, and he's just gotten bigger and stronger and faster every single year.
He's a good-looking athlete, no doubt.
Oh, great-looking athlete.
2nd and goal from the 6.
I looked like that when I was in high
Carter
school.
with Cole behind him. Oh, I believe that. And now another flag. And
I've actually
I think
got
that's going to be illegal motion. Number 67, is that right?
yeah, I've actually got photographic evidence of that.
Oh, I believe you.
I mean, you know,
I wouldn't doubt
it's,
your word.
it's not like it's Bigfoot or anything like that.
You were a good-looking athlete. I've seen those pictures. I think they may have been doctored, but
No, my dad was a good athlete.
I'm teasing you.
Played fullback.
You
at
do
Rice
look
High
good, though. You were pretty slim, good lineman.
I did. My stomach at that time, believe it or not, was hard as a rock. Not anymore, but a big tub of goo. But
I need to be quiet and quit swearing him on WJ.
But
35 to nothing.
my dad got.
Ryan's,
my dad
Ryan's
played
high
at,
school.
Yeah, my
legendary
dad
school.
played at Western Kentucky. They played Louisville one time, and they beat Louisville. And guess who was the quarterback for Louisville that night? Johnny Unitas.
Yeah, you told me that story. I was wondering why I hadn't heard Daniel here with a call here, the spotting, and I forgot to put my earplug in. That's real smart, isn't it, Jay? Clock running down to 4 seconds, down to 3. TCA will be faced with a 2nd and goal from the 11 when we come back. 35-0. That was our score at half, and that's our score going to the 4th. Stay with us.
H.C. Phillips and Son, trucking, excavating, and heavy truck and trailer repair.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And we're back here at West Carroll High School. TCA leading at 35-0. I'm Stan Gerard, along with a frigid Diamond Dave McCulley. Icicles forming on
It is
the
cold
tip
in this
of his
press box.
mustache there.
Well, 35-0. It's been all Lions, and the third quarter pretty well went the way we thought it would.
Either, you know, and continue one thought, though. We know the West Carroll heating air conditioning guy does a good job because you can store meat in this press box.
It's really nice. Really been accommodating. And I want to thank again all the gang here. Jonathan Cowan set us up. Talked about Ralph Cobb, the clock operator, scoreboard operator. Don Reed.
Big thanks to Don for carrying my chair up here.
Noah Rogers, the PA guy. They've all done a great job. Nice chat with Jared Mims. Here a moment ago, Adam Welch, all the gang. Quarterback, he spun down and
grabbed him by the helmet.
And a tackle
That's
by
called a
Nigel
collar.
Butler. That's going to be a horse collar there. Going to be a first down, and boy,
Watch this play. I think
Carter, I'm glad he's okay. Nothing dirty about it.
No.
He just caught him in the haste to get there.
Oh, he got him by the hair. No, it couldn't have been the hair, but got him by the very back of the head.
Yeah, and the flag comes right at his feet, adding
Let's see that
insult
again.
to injury.
But that was yeah, they call it a face mask. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did get him on the face mask. Didn't mean to do it.
No.
Nothing dirty.
He was just
that.
reaching to make a grab and just got
Yep.
a finger in the face mask.
It's going to be first and goal now.
Hooked him around, though.
And the ball will
pretty
be at
good.
about the 7-yard line. Lions already lead the game 35-0. This is the 343rd game in program history. They'll win their 165th game tonight, the Lions will. And that's Carter carrying it. Carter is going to run inside the 5, scoots his way down to about the 2-yard line.
Carter's going to pick up 5 on the play.
Tyson Fuller made the stop. Tyson, the sophomore. Speaking of sophomore, that's what John Ward always says. Georgia and Tennessee tomorrow in Knoxville. Who you like in the game?
Well, if I want to live, I better say Georgia.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's going to beat them, though. Hasn't beaten them in a while.
Miss Peggy is a huge Georgia. I may not go to the nursing home for that game because she gets a little angry at Georgia games.
Tennessee's better than I think some people thought they would be, and then I'm not sure Georgia. I'm not sold on Georgia being as great as they've been in the years past, but you never know. Georgia's had their number. Here's a pass. It's caught. Reed's going to catch it and score.
A 2-yard touchdown pass to Reed from Carter. So Carter with his first varsity touchdown throw, and Reed with his first catch and his first touchdown as a varsity athlete.
And again, Coach Bowling is not one to try to run up a score. He's just got a lot of newcomers out there, and I'm sure Coach Taylor will agree. He's just trying to get these kids some worthy snaps and see what they can do, because you never know when you'll need a Reed and a Carter down the road here.
And the thing is, you look at you look at Joe Cole, you look at Reed. Their guys are going to, Reed's going to contribute somewhere down the line this year. You mark my words.
And the ball is down, and that kick somehow gets through. How about Carlson keeping his concentration, and how about Atwood, who held it? That wound up being a great play for the Lions, 42-0. Clock still running during the timeout, and we'll be back after this 30. Stay with us.
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
And we're back here at West Carroll High School in Atwood, Tennessee. Dave, trivia question for you.
Sure.
Who is, and this is no poke at him, but who is probably the second most famous basketball player to come out of West Carroll High School?
Well, Dexter Williams will be right up there in the 1 and 2 spot.
Dexter Williams.
Yeah.
Who is
Who's
the
not
best?
here tonight? He couldn't make it, but he's watching tonight.
Who is the best high school basketball player ever come out of West Carroll High School?
I'd say Dexter.
Xavier Moon.
Xavier Moon, okay. All right.
His jersey is retired.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of stories about him.
Boy, Dexter was a great one. Those teams.
Oh, fumble.
And Dexter will remember this. Here's Patterson picking it up back at the 10-yard line. He's dodging a couple people, and the Lions come in on him and really snow him under at about the 15-yard line.
With the tackle.
I'll tell you what, Stan, I was doing Trenton, Peabody, Bradford, and Gibson County games back in the days that Dexter played at West Carroll. And there was a couple, 2 or 3 years where it was West Carroll and Peabody. I'm talking some all-out wars.
And they're playing at the old gym.
At the old gym.
Down the highway a little bit.
And Adam Welch, who's down to my right, doing on the broadcast for West Carroll, his granddad was one of the great PA people that's ever lived. And he was just wonderful on the PA at the old gym over there.
Adam Welch.
Richard Welch.
Also, Adam's dad was on the broadcast. You said Adam was on the broadcast.
Adam, I'm sorry. Adam's on the broadcast here now tonight. And then his grandfather.
So he's second generation then.
His grandfather, Richard Welch, had one of the legendary PA voices of all time. 6:25 clock running, 42-0. Give me a little history of West Carroll athletics through the years. But Dexter was sensational.
I think they're a combination of a lookout.
Here's the handoff, and Patterson got back to the line of scrimmage, but then he's pushed back trying to make something happen, and he'll be decked for a big loss.
And somebody here in the press box can correct me if I'm wrong, but West Carroll came together as a conglomeration of about 7 or 8 schools. 3, I read there was more, but only one of them played football. That was Tresvant. And they produced an NFL athlete out of that team.
One of the great football players of all time, wearing number 66, my dad's favorite player from Tresvant, Gene Hickerson.
That was the man, Gene Hickerson.
You see a sign every day when I go through Tresvant. Gene Hickerson wore 66.
Tresvant's greatest athlete.
Played for the Cleveland Browns. Yep, sure did. Little history about Carroll County. A lot of great history up here. But, you know, Dexter, getting back to Dexter, he was smooth, wasn't he?
Smooth as silk.
He's smooth as a coach, but, boy, he was smooth as a player. Quarterback run.
You know,
Newman, nowhere to go.
If I was broadcasting when Dexter was playing, he had been called Silky.
He was
really,
really,
he was
really good.
silky smooth.
So it's now going to be 3rd and long. 56 made the stop. Thank you very much, Daniel. He's done a great job. We need to take Daniel with us. Knox Atwood made the stop.
My buddy Roadblock is in the game. Micah McCormick, big number 78.
Yeah, all 5'9", 315 of him.
I think he's going to be a prize down the line.
I think he is too.
Mark my words, Jay.
He was out catching some. He was out warming up, catching some passes, and I said, "We're not going to use him as a receiver, though." Clock running, 4:39.
Gavin Rasnick in the game.
Yep. Jeremy Rasnick, one of our sponsors of Tennessee Drone Services.
Whit Stutz. Whit Stutz has grown up.
Really has. I like that name, Whit.
He's a big boy. I remember him in middle school. He wasn't that big.
And nothing much there that time. As the Lions, Newman carried it, and Daniel says tackled by everyone.
24 in the ball game.
Well, this has gone south for the War Eagles. They'll have to punt it out of their own end zone. It's 3rd. Now make it 4th and about 23 or 4 yards.
Well, it's still West Carroll still playing hard. I don't see him with their heads down. They still got their heads up. They're still trying to execute.
Yeah.
And you know, they were beaten 35-0 last week. Going to get beat at least 42-0 this week. But it's some lessons they're going to learn and lessons that are going to help them to get stronger down the line.
And Coach Taylor had some people to transfer out before he ever got here. And
that's a shame.
No fault of him, but that's.
Well, some players just don't like to work for coaches who are going to be hard on them.
3:28 left here. One of the former coaches here that was very successful, great friend of mine up in Henry County now, former Lambeth player Josh Wolf. The Wolf man, he wore number 37 in Lambeth. I remember that number. Newman punts it out of there, and all in all, a pretty good punt as it rolls dead at about the 42-yard line, and there the Lions will have it 1st and 10 to 42.
So Josh Wolf, was he the werewolf of London?
He was a great player. He was a linebacker. Boy, he'd go out. He would hit you about as hard as you'll see a linebacker hit.
Get werewolf of
and
London.
On top of that, I got that. I sort of tried to ignore it, but
I'd like to meet his Taylor.
At the 42-yard line. It's funny how the Lord works. He'll take a physical player like Josh Wolf and a clean player like Josh Wolf, but he'll make him nasty as far as his demeanor on the football field, the way he would hit.
2:35 to go in this game. TCA may,
Lions in no hurry. They're going to watch this thing run down.
But the kids, when they get the ball, they're going to run hard. But we're just going to eat as much clock as we can.
Yeah, no doubt. And Carter stands back there with Cole and the pistol behind him. Put a man in motion here, coming right at us. That's Jackson Carrington. Carter's going to tuck it and run around the right corner. He'll flurry and be pushed out of bounds after he gets about 11 yards. Nice play by Carter.
He's got 16 yards on 2 carries.
Amari Kelly and Brandon Maris made the stop.
Yeah, and remember, they say Atwood's probably is the better runner of the two. But some people think, Carter may be the better passer. I was thinking if we can just take them both and just mash them together and make one. Make one quarterback. He'd be about 6'5", about 230, with a can for an arm and could throw us 70 yards.
And if I win the lottery, we'll see what we can do about that.
We'll have the Diamond Day Memorial press box with an elevator and a bathroom in it.
It's hard to win the lottery for me because I don't play the lottery, but we're a Christian school. But
I'd make a donation, though.
I'd still be here. I'd be here. I'm not sure I'd be doing a lot of other things, but I'd be still calling games.
No.
I would share it with each one of you guys, so I'd give you a cut.
We got that on tape. We have that on tape now.
But, again, it's hard to win if you
You
don't play
owe
it.
me a little bit of money.
Well, I'm buying dinner on the way home.
Oh, that's true.
42-0 your score.
Can we go to Wendy's
That's fine.
if they're open?
Yeah, sure. But again, I want to thank all the accommodations here from the West Carroll folks. They have been wonderful tonight. Pleasure to work in this press box with them. And although it's a little cold in here, we'll take the cold over the heat.
Yeah, that fall weather's hitting us early.
38-yard. That's one of the great lines of this year.
You know what, though? We did have last week or the week before you have day we're got into the 40s.
Yeah, remember I brought my jacket too. Remember that?
You sissy.
You guys know how I'm about those fans at home. 25 seconds left.
Are you a sissy?
Probably so. And Carter will take the knee, and that's going to end the game. Your happy final here is going to be 42-0, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back, scoring recap, stats, and some scores from around the area right after this. Stay with us, everybody.
Are you a sissy?
The efficiency of any irrigation system depends on the quality of the well. In western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Illinois, this can be a problem because the water is deeper in these areas than it is on the west side of the Mississippi River. To be effective in installing these deeper wells, Mid-Valley Irrigation has invested in a test well rig for deep wells. The test well is invaluable in telling the driller where the screen should be placed, how deep the water is, and what screen and gravel pack should be used. A test well is relatively inexpensive and can give us a lot of information about water on your farm. Take the guesswork out of deep well drilling and call us today.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in daddy-daughter dances, home-cooked meals, and bedtime stories. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. Believe that love and faith make the world a better place. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Call Farm Bureau agent Travis Vance at 731-661-0102 or see him at 285 North Parkway in Jackson.
Welcome back, everybody. Diamond Dave along with Stan Gerard. Stan's compiling the stats here for you. I'll give you a scoring recap. Let's remind you that the Lions win the game tonight 42-0. They lead 35-0 at half. A running clock, 10:49 of the first. TCA scores on a Miller 14-yard run. PAT by Carlson made it 7-0. Just a couple minutes later at the 7:50 mark, it was Atwood catching Reed for a 14-0 lead after the Carlson PAT. And then it was at the 4:40 mark, 59-yard drive, 14-yard Lee from Atwood score. That coming in the first quarter, 21-0 there in the first quarter. Then a 29-yard Lee from Atwood pass again to 9:11 mark. Carlson, the PAT, made it 28-0. And then Miller, Hammer and Hank, a 9-yard run, capping off a 55-yard drive. It was 35-0 at half, and that's how it ended at the half. And then Carter to Reed late, or actually at the 9:47 mark of the fourth quarter, that touchdown pass, 2 yards out, capping off another nice drive. PAT by Carlson. That's your scoring recap, 42-0. Your happy final here, Stan.
And before we get to the stats from this ball game and the quick look at the scoreboard, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance with Farm Bureau, Jeremy Resnick with Tennessee Drone Services, and tonight's food. We need to get Inglewood to pick up the meal tab more often because we had a big game tonight.
Brother Dooley in the game, yeah.
It's not Brother Dooley, it's Brother Dooley.
Yeah.
Brother Dooley and the Inglewood Baptist Church folks got the pregame meal, postgame pizza from Domino's in Milan, courtesy of Commercial Bank and Trust. Here's a quick look at the stats.
Great job, Sam.
First for West Carroll. Taylor had a tough night. He ended up with negative 2 yards. Weatherford 1. Newman had 11 yards. And Long was their leading rusher with 15. So 27 yards of, unofficially 27 yards of total offense for West Carroll. TCA with 374. Unofficially for TCA. Miller 5 for 69, 2 touchdowns. Carter with a couple of rushes for 16. Joe Cole 3 for 24. Atwood 2 for 43 and a touchdown. Williamson 2 for 48. Receiving, Lee with 3 for 68, 2 scores. Helton 1 for 21. Harden 2 for 24. Miller 1 for 7. Smith 1 for 21. Reed 1 for 2 and a score. And that's a look at your individual statistics for the ballgame. TCA unofficially 374 to 26 for the folks from West Carroll. Of course, our final score here was 42-0. We're the first final in the book tonight. And so let's take a look quickly at the scoreboard from around West Tennessee. And you'll pardon me if some of these replay a little bit, because I have to go through every single thing and none of them are in order. We will tell you that Dyer County was leading Crockett County 14-6 1/2. Hopefully we'll get some updates on that. McKenzie led Perry County. Waverly led Camden 14-6 1/2. Munford was up 33-28 in the third against Woodford, Kentucky. Munford getting a battle from the folks at Woodford, Kentucky tonight. Was not saying Liberty was leading Gibson County 19-12 in that ball game. We won't talk about that. Apparently, there's some people that don't like the officiating in the Waverly-Camden game. Dyersburg led McNary 20-12. Lorello led Scottsville at the half 34-6. Other scores from around West Tennessee. Peabody 28, JCM 7. That was at the half. Westview led at the half 43-0. Munford still 27-21. Peabody 31, JCM 13. Now Henry County 38. Dixon County 0. Henry County with a tough start to the year, get the big win. Westview 43-0 at the half. McKenzie leading 28-0. Huntington 21-6 at the end at the half. Millington 14, Fayette Ware 0. You have Brewston leading Fulton County 19-8 in the second quarter. Let's see. Crockett County still down in that ball game. USJ at the end of one led 27-0. Huntington 21, Hall 6 at the half. 10-6, Lexington leads Northside in the second quarter. 48-0, USJ over Fayette Academy at the half. Dresden leading Gleason 14-0. 37-7, Peabody leads. No more updates on Adamsville leading 27-6. Ben Hill with 3 touchdown passes. 16-6, Lexington now leads. Bolivar 14, Ripley 7. Peabody 28-7. 32-12, Dyersburg leading. 27-0, Dresden over Gleason now. South Fulton leading Greenfield 13-0. 28-0, McKenzie over Perry County. 44-0, Henry County leads. 35-0, McKenzie over Perry County. 32-12, McNary losing to Dyersburg. Let's see, we gave you that score. Chester County at the half was leading Hardin County 14-0. And we're going to say that South Gibson was leading Southside 10-0. Last score we had Union City led Crittenden County 7-0 early in that ball game. We're going to get an update on that score at the end of one. It's still 7-0. We still got some updates coming into us here at the Scoreboard Central. The live stream went out in that game. Tied at 7 at the half is what we're being told. Crittenden now with a 14-7 lead over UC in that game. Now 21-7. And that looks like it's about it. Diamond Dave
All right.
McCulley, a
Great
happy
job.
final here, 42-0 TCA. I'll see you Thursday. I'll pick you up at some ungodly early hour of the day. We'll beat Jay there by a half hour at least. And we'll see you next week.
That sounds great. Foundation Bank, H.C. Phillips & Sons, City Lumber Company, Premier Dental Center, Mid-Valley Irrigation, Travis Vance with Farm Bureau, Jeremy Rasnick with Tennessee Drone Services, the great folks that have made our broadcast possible tonight. If you'd like to be a part of the team, contact us at sportsads@mytcalines.com. Thanks for the hospitality of all the fine folks here at West Carroll. We mentioned them all earlier. And to Jay and Bradley and Michael, great job for them as well. It's going to wrap it up for us. For Stan Gerard, for all the guys I mentioned a moment ago, God bless you. Until Thursday night, 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock from Harding Academy. I'm Diamond Dave McCulley. God bless you, and good night, everybody.
Good night.